Good morning, everybody. Jan of Jan Hicks Creates here, coming at you with Flosstube number 90 something. Might be 94. I don't know. I only know whenever I go to edit and I look to see what the last one was. I didn't keep track very well. But I do know that it's March 24th, Tuesday, 10:17 a.m. It is cloudy and 70 degrees here in the center of the island of Oahu. And we are on lockdown. Finally. The different mayors of the different islands have been instituting their own, and finally the governor said, okay, shutting it down. It doesn't go into effect until tomorrow at some time, but Hawaii is, I guess, there are some airlines taking the tourists back home to get off of the islands, but other than that, flights have stopped coming in. I saw something on the news this morning that other airlines will start stopping flights as well. I'm not going to make this an update about the coronavirus, but I do want you guys to know that I'm here, and we're having great discussions on my Facebook group. We're all in this together. As much as we're all self-isolating, all in our own separate little islands, through the power of social media and the power of technology, we are all still together. So I am calling you my quarantine stitching circle. And so we are going to have fun and enjoy our time together during this craziness. I had a great conversation with Nicole in New Zealand and her daughter Gemma a couple days ago. Hi, Gemma. So I just appreciate so much that, you know, we can all reach out and still be in touch and kind of lift each other up through all the craziness. Mike is home. He is still dealing with the cold that he had a couple weeks ago. Still has a bit of a cough, and, you know, if he hadn't decided to stay home on sick leave, I think I would have tied him to the chair, because it's just, it's not worth the risk. And yeah. Since Hawaii is just starting to take it more seriously, you just don't know. So anyway, here we are. Say hi, Mike.
Hi.
I don't know whether you could hear. Yeah, I don't know whether you could hear him, but he's here. So let's see. Stitching. You know, my days pretty much look the same, except that Mike is home. You know, I basically am home all day anyways, so there isn't a whole lot that has changed. I stitch a little bit, I work on the computer, I do housework, I stitch a little bit, you know, still the same. So this week I had 3 new starts and 2 finishes, update on a couple of my other projects, and a little bit of stash. So not a whole lot to show. I decided, you know, the format that I had last week, where I did a little bit of recording every day, some of you liked it, some of you didn't. I don't know if I liked it or not. I don't know whether it really saved me anything. I think if I had edited a little bit every day, like put each day's segment together so I didn't have to do it all at the end, it would have helped. But we're not going anyplace, so I'm just going back to my old way of doing things for the near future. Let's see. So, starts and finishes. I started this one on the 20th. This was the Stitch Along with Sue Morelli and X Stitch MD Shiloh. Talk about a quick stitch. And what makes it even quicker is when you don't start on your fabric in the right place and you don't have room to do it all. So we have these really pale medallions here, though in white. I was only able to do up to here, and of course totally different colorway, color conversion, which I had shown you last week. So that is done. Mrs. Sada's silk floss. I decided one of the things that I found really striking and unusual about this was the fact that she had these medallions in this really, in the white floss, on the white. Now, of course, you can see it more. Where's the other one? You can see it better on the raw linen, but I just love that. And so I wanted to keep that feel in mind. So I used this kind of blush pink floss for Mrs. Sadis. I don't remember which number it is, but I am thrilled with how this turned out. And again, popcorn, her popcorn colorway was my inspiration for my colors. So really, really happy with this. I am probably going to make this into a pillow. I keep going back and forth. It's about 7 inches in height, so it's kind of an odd shape to find a frame for, but I don't know. It's also kind of it would be kind of a big pillow. Of course, she has it as a kind of a long skinny pillow on this other one here, so it's not like it's undoable. I don't know. But anyways, 2 days. 2 days to do that, and not working on that, you know, as the only thing every day. The other one I started and finished was Be Well. This is my little design, my little free design that I made for the Be Well and Stitch effort that a ton of designers are taking part in. Now, I had been doing a fairly good job of keeping up with all the free designs that designers were putting out, and then more and more came out and I stopped keeping up and then just quickly got overwhelmed. Michelle Garrett, Bendy Stitchy, is keeping track of them. I believe on Instagram she has a highlight for all the different charts. I should figure out how to do that. Maybe that will be my technology task for the day. But anyways, this is mine. You can get it on my blog. If you just go to madforyarn.com and click on blog, you will find it. But I will also put a link down below. This is all DMC that I used, the called for DMC. I do also have it charted in Gentle Arts sampler threads, but I decided to just keep it simple. And I am thrilled with how it turned out. And this I will work up into a pillow. There's a lot of the designers, like I said, there's a ton out there. There's so many I want to do. There's only so many hours in a day. Drawn thread, the drawn thread one is what's calling to me next. I have this canvas that I got at a thrift store at some point, not too long ago. I wonder if there's a way that I could mount this. This would make a pretty backdrop for this design. If I could, it does have this kind of big purse motif in the middle that I'd have to be sure and cover. So I'd have to mount this a couple of times on mounting board with other fabric. We'll see. Play around with it, see what happens. You never know what's going to happen around here. Okay, so little bit of progress on a couple other things. I think I stitched more in Farewell to Anger since last week, but you can't really see much progress, so I didn't bring it up. I did work a little more on Jane Marshall. This next band up is going to be finished here in the next day. So then I'll be working up towards where the alphabets are, which will go a lot quicker. Again, Mrs. Sadis silk floss in my own color conversion. So just have to put the light color for the flowers in on this band, and then that will be done. Death by cross stitch, a little bit more done on that. You're going to see a theme here again. Mrs. Sadis silk floss. This is her new Rouge colorway. So yeah, I got a little corner done. It's looking awfully pretty. I'll get back to that probably tonight sometime. Did want to give you an update on Raquel. You know, she is in Spain, and Spain is getting hit hard by this. I questioned on one of her posts, you know, Raquel, haven't seen any comment from you in a couple of days. How you doing? And she did finally respond that she is fine. I think she's really feeling the weight of what's happening in Spain, of course. So the government there has decided to extend their lockdown for another 15 days. she said she just does not feel like stitching. I asked her, you know, what she's doing to kind of help her find some peace. Hopefully she'll get back to me. She said she's not even looking on Instagram that much. But I would encourage you guys to reach out to her in any way you can, and just, you know, let her know that you're thinking about her. I think she'd appreciate that. Let's see. My other news start yesterday? God, seems like longer. Yesterday was Carolyn Zook's birthday, and I got some stuff in the mail, and I decided I would celebrate a new start with Carolyn for her birthday. Now, she is just getting over cataract surgery, so she's not able to stitch as much as she would like, but one of the kits that I got, she also had, and so we started it together, and that is Scenic Farm. It's a dimensions kit. So Carolyn started up at the sky. I started down here at the bottom. And of course I changed out the fabric from the Aida. It uses, the kit comes with 18 count white Aida. So I switched that out for a 32 count dove gray linen. And so there's the snow on the ground, and then the start of this little building here next to the barn. I had hoped to get the roof on last night, didn't quite make it that far. So again, that's down here. Now, having the blue background kind of makes the colors pale out a bit, but that's okay. I think it's all just gonna look kind of like white and snow and, you know, whatever. It works for me. So there's my little building that I've started. I was really hoping to get to the wall of the barn, but oh well. We never get as far as we think we're going to get, right? So this is going to get put away. This isn't something that I'm going to continue to work on. The other things I got are this Christmas ornament kit. Again, another dimensions. I won't work on those until closer to Christmas. And then this gorgeous gold collection, because I've been thinking a lot about the places in Europe that are getting hit by this. And that's so pretty. I'm really tempted to start this. This comes with a 16 count Aida, which I also won't use. It has all the threads, of course. I don't need to be starting anything new, but this one is really calling to me. We've been watching on YouTube. There is a, I think it's a PBS program that all the episodes are now on YouTube. I don't know how long ago they were all made, over the past, 5 or 6 years. It's called Rick Steves Europe. And so it's like a tour guide taking you to a bunch of different places in Europe, kind of highlighting all the things. And it's just a great way for us to feel like we're getting out there, making a list of all the places we want to visit. And this guy is hilarious. He's funny. They do outtakes at the end of each video. If you feel like you're getting claustrophobic, I recommend highly Rick Steves Europe on YouTube. Just a great way to escape, basically. That's really all I have. This is a short one. That's okay. Not much happening. What can I say? I am working on another design, though, I wanted to share with you. So this is my next design coming out. I have to color in, see how there's all the black places yet. I have to color those in, but you can get an idea of what it's going to look like. I'm calling this Pineapples and Pansies. So I have the pineapples here, there's pansies scattered through. The birds are red-crested cardinals. They are prolific here in the islands. They are an import from Brazil or somewhere, I don't remember where. So yeah, I expect I'll get this done probably today. Maybe. I don't know how much time I'm going to sit on the computer today. Today or tomorrow I'll get it finished up and up in my store. I'm finding that I don't know how other designers do it, but I'm finding that when I'm putting different elements together like this, it's much easier for me to design it all in black and then go back, figure out the color palette, and figure out how I want the colors to flow and be placed. So it's kind of fun. I guess it's kind of fun, or I wouldn't keep doing it, right? All right, guys, that really is all today. Just not much happening. 2 big orders from Costco. Lots of stuff coming in from Amazon. Not hoarding, just making sure we have a couple months supply of all the basics, just in case. Still have to hear back from the vets about more insulin and syringes for Sasha, waiting on the insulin to come in, I guess. But anyways, that is where we are right now. Guys, take care of yourselves. Stay home. I don't care what your local government is saying. The best thing to do is to stay home. That's how we're going to flatten that curve and get past the worst of this, so we can start getting out a little bit before we have to come back in and kind of hunker down again. It's going to go in waves for a while, but the smart thing to do is to take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones by staying home. That's my public service announcement for today. I will see you online, always on my Facebook group. I'm sorry I didn't get to respond to a lot of the comments from last video. Last couple videos I've kind of fallen off on. Lots of discussion, like I said, going on Facebook, and I'm very careful with how much time I spend online, because there are other things that I need to get done. So something always has to give. And this past couple weeks, it was the YouTube comments. So know that I'm still reading them all and loving them all. And I try to answer any questions when anybody has any questions. So don't stop, stop commenting. I will be there. Yeah, I think that's it. Friday, I will be back with a live Stitch With Me video. Until then, I will see you online, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Guys, I forgot the angel card, and we can't have that because, once again, this is so appropriate. So, 2 together. Again, super, super pretty. And what does it say on the back? Spend as much time as possible with your loved ones. It's time you'll never regret and time you'll never get back. So, we're spending a lot of time with our loved ones these days, right? Don't regret it. Enjoy it. Take it for what it is, time that you would not otherwise have. And really try and, just be there. Just take it all in. Try to let the stress go. Breathe. All right, guys, I am out. I'll talk to you on Friday. Bye-bye.